Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Lab. So in the last whiteboard video, I told you that you can execute your test cases on different clouds like SauceLabs, Browser Stack, Lambda Test, AWS, Google Cloud, and everything. So AWS, Microsoft Azure Cloud, I have already practically also have shown you in my previous videos. And today I'm going to show you about how exactly you can execute your Selenium test cases on let's see on SauceLabs. Okay, and later on I can tell you about Browser Stack in the next video. So SauceLabs, as I told you, they are the cloud vendor providing company. You can execute your web mobile application automation test cases on their platform. And it's California-based, San Francisco-based company. So what you just need to do, guys, that you need to first sign up. You have to create your account over here. So sign up for a free trial. You can go to saucelabs.com sign up page. Just create your account, first name, last name, and everything over here. And then after that, you have to sign in. So let me click on sign in, and I'm going to sign in directly over here. So the moment I sign in, that you can see this particular page, and what you have to do, you have to go to your account and go to user settings. They will give you one important key that is called private key. This is the private key you can see over here. You can regenerate the private key or access key also. This is very important. This will help you and it will be unique for you. For every account, it will be different. So you cannot use my private key. I cannot use your private key and or something like that. So you have to generate, make sure that, okay, the private key is available over here. And this is the hub URL, as I told you that this is the, you can see saucelabs.com 443. So their hub is running on this particular machine, WD hub over here. So we have to use this particular, this is your username that you have created. So my username is this Naveen Animation 20. You can see. So this username will be created. You have to give when you sign up, when you register for the first time, and you can see colon. This is the access key, the private key, @ run my test cases on this particular cloud 443 WD hub. So this is the cloud driver creation hub server over here. If you really want to change your password and everything, you can do that. You can regenerate your access key. That's it. After that, your test cases will be visible over here under automated test results. And then I'll show you how to do that. Now, back to this coding part. I have already created one Maven project. I'm pretty much sure you all are aware of how to create a Maven project. We just need to go to pom.xml file and need to add a couple of dependencies. So I just copy paste a couple of dependencies like WebDriver Manager, TestNG, and Selenium Java I'm using over here. You can see Selenium with Java 3.141.59 WebDriver Manager. I'll be uploading this particular project in my Git repository also, so you can refer from there. Now, quickly go to src test Java. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to create a quick base test over here so that all the test classes will be extending this particular base test. I don't want to write a plain script. I just want to maintain at least some basic level of utilities in the base test I'm writing. So base test and click on finish. In this particular base test, I'll be defining my all the pre-condition methods like before method and after method. Okay, all the setup and the tear down method I'm going to define over here. So let's say I'm going to create one, first of all, one WebDriver reference over here. Okay, at the class level so that it can be accessed by all the methods. So let me import this. After that, I'm going to create one @ before method. You can use before test also, but let's say I'm taking before method, and then I'll be using public void. This is my setup method. So let's see, this is my setup method. Okay, in this particular setup method, I simply say that, okay, the setup method says you give me the browser name, whatever the browser name that you are passing, and on the basis of that, okay, let me print system.out.println. I simply say that I print this particular browser name. Browser name is this plus browser name. Okay, now this @ before method that we have to import from TestNG. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do that SauceLabs provide different capabilities. As I told you that whenever you have to send the request to the SauceLabs hub server, we have to use two things. One is some desired capabilities. Second thing is that we have to use the remote WebDriver concept instead of typical Chrome driver. So we have to send some capabilities. So you have to create the object of mutable capabilities, guys, which is actually coming from Selenium. So let's say this is my source object that I'm creating, whatever like reference I'm creating is equal to a new mutable, sorry, capabilities object that you have to create. And then there are certain capabilities are there. So I'm just going to copy paste those capabilities. No need to write, otherwise it will take some time. So these are the capabilities that you have to use. Method name I'll tell you in some time. Now, couple of information you have to pass. The two important things that you have to pass your username and you have to pass your access key here. So username is this. Although username, password, and access key, we should not hard code and we should not expose over here. You can provide in Jenkins. If you're running from the Jenkins, you can provide in the Jenkins password manager also as a global secret key that you can pass. That we can do it later. Second thing is that you can maintain this username access key in your environment variables also, and from there you can access that with the help of system.get property. But please don't assume that okay, why I'm using this. When we use in the real-time projects, that time you can remove these hard-coded values. You can pick the values from the environment variable. So I don't want to spend time over there, so that's why coming over here. So please let's not judge that okay, why Naveen is using username access key over here directly. Okay. After that, we have to use the concept of the desired capabilities. We have to create the object of desired capabilities as well is equal to new desired capabilities object that we have to create. And along with this particular desired capabilities dot set capability method is there. So what is the capability name? So this is the capability name that I got it from so source options. What are the different SauceLabs options that you want to use? These are the source options that mutable capabilities that we have defined. You can use that. Other than that, you have to pass two more important things. One is the browser version and the platform, on which platform and on which browser that you want to run. So I'm just going to copy paste those desired capabilities. So you can use these capabilities as well. Like I want to use browser version is latest browser, and what is the platform name? So let's say platform name, I want to use Windows 10. I want to execute my test cases on Windows 10 over here, right? Okay. Now, these are the common properties or desired capabilities that we have to use. Now, I'll be checking a check over here that, okay, if browser name, okay, that you are using, if browser name is equal to Google Chrome, then what do you want? So if browser name is equal to Chrome, first of all, I'll be downloading the .exe file. So I'll be using WebDriver Manager, okay, .chrome driver .setup using the Bonnie-Gracie API and .set capability. Sorry, we have to use one more method .set capability. And what is the capability name? So capability name, guys, that you have to use the browser name over here. So browser version and the platform name I have already used, but now you have to use the browser name. So I simply write browser name. So all these capabilities options, everything you will get on the SauceLabs, okay, documentation. So from there only I have taken that. What is the value? The browser name, obviously the condition is satisfied with Chrome. So I'll be using the Chrome over here like that. Okay. So second thing is that, yeah, platform that we have already mentioned. Now, if you really want to maintain with the same thing with Firefox, so I'll be maintaining one else if condition over here with the let's see if the browser name is equal to Firefox. So instead of Chrome driver, I'll be using Firefox driver setup, and the browser name will be Firefox over here. That's it. Okay. So these are the capabilities, and this particular capabilities object name cap is having all the capabilities. What kind of capabilities? All the my username, password, sorry, username, access key, tag, build, everything. Along with that, some other desired capabilities like browser version, platform, and the browser name. These are the mandatory fields, mandatory capabilities that you have to pass. Along with that, username and the access key. Make sure your username access key is exactly right. You are taking it from here, from your account. Username is this, and this is the access key that you have to copy paste. Okay, this access key you have to copy paste. Okay, guys. So make sure you're using the same access key over here. Now, after that, instead of writing WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, I'll be using WebDriver driver is equal to this driver I'm already defined over here is equal to the new remote WebDriver, because I have to execute my test cases on the grid machine, on the cloud machine. So I'll be using remote WebDriver along with, okay, on which remote address, what is the remote address that you are going to use? I want to use this remote new URL, and here we have to pass the URL over here. So what is the URL? So the URL it's defined over here. Okay, so you simple copy this, and this will be the URL. Let me just paste it over here. What I have to do, just copy this over here up to 443 WD hub. And one more thing, guys, first time it will ask you that, okay, which cloud that, okay, in which region you want to take your cloud. So I have used first time when you register your account with the SauceLabs, you have to select you want to use for Europe or US. So I have selected a US West site. Okay, like that. So you just need to copy this, and here this is the URL. You have to write like this: https:// this WD hub on demand .us west. If you have selected European, so it will be like this, eu.saucelabs.com, something like this. And what is the capability? Capability object is cap that we have to pass. Okay, perfect. And then this new URL that we have to first of all import from java.net package, and then it will give you one try catch exception, handle with the try catch if any, okay, URL exception or any something like this. Perfect. Okay, and then I'll be writing, this is my @after method. I'll be writing over here that public void, this will be my tear down method, and in tear down method I'll be writing simple my driver.quit, right? And I'll make one maintain one flag over here that always, if you really want to use that, first let me import this. I simple write that always run is equal to true. Okay, now so this is the first configuration, and after that rest of the things will remain same. So I'll pick one application, and the application is also provided by SauceLabs. You can pick any application, that doesn't matter. So I really found this particular application is really good, saucedemo.com. So you go to saucedemo and .com. Okay, yeah, so they have given different username password over here. You can see you can use a standard user, logged out user, and the password is same, secret sauce. So let's see when you log in, okay, and the password is secret sauce. So this is the application that I'm going to use. You can use any application, guys, freecrm.com or google.com or Amazon or whatever you want to use, that's up to you. So this is a typical dummy one sample e-commerce website that they have created. I'll be doing one thing that, okay, first I'll check how many items are there. You can see 6 items are available in this particular table, and how many add to cart buttons are available. So I'll be writing 2 test cases with the assertions in TestNG. Perfect. Now I'll be doing what? Now I'll be creating one. I'll do one thing. First of all, let me create a package. My package name is com.mytestPackage, and move this particular base test to my test. Okay, in this particular package, so that all the test cases are available over here. Now I'll be creating my class, and my class name is, I'm going to create sauce test, whatever the name that you want to create. And here I'll be writing my test cases. And sauce test is actually extending base test, so that it will take tear down and setup method directly from the parent class. Okay, now what I have to do first, what I'm going to do that I have to write my test cases now. So I'll do one thing. Let me create a public void one method, a common method. I'll be writing do login method, where I'll be launching the URL first, driver.get, and the URL is something like this. Let me do one thing. Let me log out. So this will be the URL, saucelabs.com index.html, and then I have to, let's see, applying driver dot. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll go to my base test, and I'll be applying some. I don't want to use implicitly weight, so let it be like this. That's okay. Okay, so I'll come over here and driver dot find element by dot ID and ID of the username. So let me check the ID is available or not. So let's inspect this guy. ID is user hyphen name. Yeah, it's available. And what is the dot send keys? I'll be passing directly standard underscore user. So I'm not calling any page object model, guys. So that's why I'm directly calling driver API Okay, this is just for our practice point of view so that I can show you. Same thing you can apply in your page object model later on. So don't judge why we are writing driver directly inside the test class and everything. That's okay. This is just for practice point of view. Just to show you that, okay, how exactly SauceLab, okay, we can execute Selenium test cases on SauceLabs. Now, same thing for the password. The password ID is this password. So let's copy this and paste it over here. And the password is secret sauce, secret underscore sauce, that we have to use that. And after that, we have to click on login button. So driver.find element by dot ID of the login button. So ID here, you will see login hyphen button. Perfect, that we have created. So this is a common do login method I have created. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write one @test annotation, and I simple write public void. So when you log in, right guys, with the standard user, and the password is this secret sauce. Sorry. Yeah. So when you log in, what happens that I want to check how many items are available. So you can see 6 items are available over here. So let me inspect view inspect over here. And if you see that there is a class dev class is equal to inventory item. So you just check the CSS selector dot inventory item. It's saying 6. It means this is the second item, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth item. You can see this is first, second, like that. So if I get the count of this, I'm getting 6. It means there are 6 items are available. So I'm just simply checking that. Okay, check inventory item test, something like this. Okay, randomly I'm just checking @test annotation. I'm going to use import. And how will you check it? First I have to log in. So I'll be calling this particular guy do login. And when you log in, after that I'll be using driver.find elements, and by dot I'll be using CSS selector that we have already taken, copy paste, and I'll be using dot size over here, and then like that. So what I'm going to do, I'll directly write one assertion that assert dot assert true. I'll be using if this particular condition, I have to write a condition that if the size is equal to 6, it means the test is passed, otherwise the test is failed, right? A simple assertion. You can write any assertion, guys. You can print all the values, then you can check one by one. That's not the target. We just need to execute our test cases on the SauceLabs machine. That we have to do that. Okay, so this is the first test. Let's see, I have written, I'm going to write one more simple test over here, that how many add to cart buttons are available. So let me inspect this add to cart. So you can see that, okay, all the add to cart buttons are having one add to cart text over here. So I can create one XPath. XPath will be like this, button text is equal to this. So you can see 1 of 6 we are getting. So let's copy this, and I'll be using XPath in that case. Okay, is equal to 6, and here I'm checking check add to cart button. Okay, button test, something like this. Let's see, I have written do login, and that's it. I'll give a priority also if you really want to give. Priority is equal to 1 and priority is equal to 2. Okay, let's do one thing. For the safer side, I'll be using my implicitly wait also. Later on, if you really want to use explicitly wait, that you can do that. So driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly wait of, let's see, 10 seconds. I'll be using it. Or let's make it to 20 seconds. Okay, for the safer side. Implicitly wait will be applied for all the driver dot find element whenever we are creating the find it. Okay, a web element over here. So 2 test cases I have written, and what exactly it will do, the prerequisites and the setup method is already defined over here along with the desired capabilities over here. It will execute my test cases on this particular remote machine. So tomorrow, let's say you're running on AWS cloud or Docker cloud, or let's see SauceLabs or browser stack or Lambda test. Every time you have to change this particular URL. You can read this particular URL from your properties file also, from your JSON file, or from your XML file also. That you can do it later. Okay, first let's see it is working or not. Right, now what I'm going to do to execute my test cases, I have to create one SRC test resources. I have to create one XML file also. So let me do one thing. Let me create a folder over here. Let's see, this is my test runners folder. Under this particular test runners, I'm going to create one simple file. Let's see, testng.xml file. Testng underscore, I'll give any name, regression.xml. Okay, yeah. So this file got created, and here we have to give the number of tags and number of test blocks that we have to give. So I have one sample with me. I'll do one thing that I'll pick it from somewhere else. Okay, because I don't want to write the XML code. So let me pick from here. I just copy this entire stuff and simple paste it over here. And we will modify according to our project. So first of all, let me do one thing that we don't need all these tests. So let me remove that. So what I want that I don't want to use any listener also. So remove that. I want to execute my test cases in parallel mode. Yeah, that's good. I give something, some name. This is my SauceLabs test automation regression suite, and what exactly you are going to test. So I'm giving some name over here. This is my sauce test on Firefox, sauce test on Chrome. Right now here, what I'm passing the browser is equal to Firefox and browser is equal to Chrome, and we have to give that our package name along with the class name. So my sauce test is available under this particular package, right? Dot whatever the file name, the class name is sauce test. Please execute this particular test on Firefox. Same class has to be executed on let's see, on Chrome over here. Now I'm passing this particular parameter name. So this parameter will be given to base test under this particular method, before method. So here what we have to do, here we have to write one parameter that is called @parameters annotation, that we have to use that over here, right guys? So for doing this, what we have to do, we have to apply @parameters. And which parameter? The parameter you have to pass in double quotes, that parameter name is browser, that you have to pass it like that. Okay, so whatever the browser parameter that you are reading it from here, this is the name of the parameter, and the value is Firefox will be given to this guy, and the Firefox will be given to this guy. It means Firefox, okay, will set all these properties. It will check it is equal to Firefox, set a Firefox, set capabilities with Firefox with browser name, and let's see it is working or not, right? So I'm running in parallel mode. So for the first test block, it will pick browser as Firefox, and for the second one, browser is equal to Chrome. So let's see it is working or not. Let's try. So execution should happen on the SauceLabs machine, and we will see that. I can come over here. So what you have to do, you have to go to your SauceLabs, and here you have to go to automated section, test result section. You have to go, and let's see. No, test case is not picked yet. It's giving some error that before method browser is required. Okay, I think let me do. So we have to pass it like that. Okay, now let's run it again. Sorry, I forgot. I just put the double quotes before the curly brackets. Now let's run it again and let's see. So now it's picking Firefox and Chrome, and let's see it is picked over here. Now you can see that two jobs over here. Can you see that? Both are running on Windows 10. One is Chrome 85, Windows 10. One is Chrome 80. Sorry, Firefox 80. You can click on any of the job, and it will give you the video also. It will give you the live preview over here. See, my Firefox is getting launched, and let's see it is picking the test over here or not. Perfect. See, you can see that it's entering the username password, and it should click on login, and then it should verify add to cart and those 6 items over there. It's slightly slow, but let's wait for a few seconds and let's see. Meanwhile, you can directly go to the test results over here in the new tab so that you can check what is happening with other jobs. I hope our script is fine, it is still in progress and it's still in queue. Okay, so I think it's done now. You can watch the video once again, and you can refresh this dashboard once again, and yeah, this is still in progress. Again, test is still running. It's saying the test is currently running. You can see that, okay, on my Chrome, it's entering the username and the password. I hope we have entered. See, we are not clicking on it. See, dot click is not working. We forgot to add dot click, right? Okay, let's do one thing. Let me terminate this. That is a mistake that we have done. Sorry about that. Dot click. We just created the web element. Okay, now let's run it again. Sorry about that. So, okay, let's run it again. This time it should work fine. That's why I was like, why it is not working? I was surprised to see that. So let's go to test results once again. And now you can see two more jobs, okay, in progress. You can see the latest jobs are this, Windows 10, this, and Chrome 85. And now let's see on Chrome what is happening. And both are running in parallel. Why? Because in TestNG.xml file, we have already given parallel equal to test with thread count equal to 3. And I think it's perfectly done. See, yeah, it's awesome. And let's check on go to previous page. So I think almost done. Yeah, so this is completed. Now it's running on Firefox. Firefox is still running. Okay, but here you can see the result. All the 4 test cases got passed over here. And here you can see, yeah, perfectly fine. Let's see launching the SauceLabs. And it's almost done. Perfect. You can watch the video once again if you really want to watch that. It took around 22 seconds to launch. You can watch the video. You can okay, maximize the video, something like this. So see, this is a full screen. It's running on Firefox. And let's watch this particular quick video. Entering the username password. Perfect. Checking the things over there, add to cart and everything, and then done. Perfect. So you can see the test results, guys, over here. So we have 4 test cases. Why 4? Why it is showing 4? Because 2 test cases for Chrome and 2 test cases for Firefox. That is how we have configured in our regression.xml file. It means SauceLabs is having 2 test methods running on Firefox. SauceLabs is having 2 test methods running on Google Chrome. That is what you will get 4 jobs over here. See, one is Chrome, Firefox 80, Firefox 80, Chrome 85, Chrome 85. They all are completed, absolutely working fine. Right? So this is how, see, browsers are not getting launched on my local machine. They are getting launched on the SauceLabs just because of we have configured like that only, just because of this thing. Okay, make sure you are passing the right username and the right access key over there. Now, second thing is that these jobs are unnamed. We are not able to identify that, okay, what is the method name, which test is getting executed. And then let's see, I have already hard coded this Windows 10. What if I want to execute on different combinations of platform in the browser? So that also we can do that. So what I just need to do that, go to your regression.xml. I'll create one more parameter over here. Let's see, for Firefox, I want to use Windows 10, right? And for name, I'm giving, let's see, platform name. Okay, platform name, something like this, or platform name. Let me write it like this. Okay, same thing over here, that for Firefox, for Google Chrome, I want to execute on the Mac machine. So platform name, predefined Mac machine name that you have to give. So what we have to do, guys, just open google.com, simple write SauceLabs platform list. So you have to pick the exact platform list, okay, platform name. So go to this platform configuration. Okay, what you just need to do that W3C API, the which device you want to execute on Mac machine. Okay, So select Mac machine and which operating system that you want to select. Let's say I want to execute on Mac Catalina, and which browser. So let's say I want to select on Chrome. Let's see, on whatever the browser. So not bother, I'm not bothered about the browser. I'm bothered about this Mac OS 10.15. Okay, so let's pick this Mac OS 10.15. Right. So after that, what we have to do that that's it. So what will happen? We will go to the base test, and we have to pass one more parameter over here, that comma. What is a platform name, right? So platform name, we are picking it from here. Platform name, and platform name we have to store in this particular platform name variable as well. So what is a browser name? What is the platform name? Right? So to avoid the confusion, what I'm going to do that, okay, instead of a name, I simply write platform over here, so that platform we are writing in the XML, and here in the base test we are writing, sorry, not here, just remove this. Okay, this is my, yeah, here. Okay, platform name, that's the platform name, and the same platform name will be given to this guy. Now you can use, so browser will be given to browser name, platform will be given to browser name, sorry, this particular platform name. Now same platform name I'll be using over here to remove this particular hard-coded value, right? So we have removed this hard-coded value with respect to platform name. Perfect. And second thing is that, guys, that inside the setup method, what you can do is you can pass one more parameter that is called method through the reflection API. So method is coming from the java.reflection package, java.lang.reflect. And what you can do is that you can use this particular name dot, let's see, get, I'll tell you one method name is there, get name. What is a method name that you really want to use? Let's see, dot, yeah, you can use this and store in a particular string variable. Let's see, this is my method name is equal to this. And the same method name, you pass it over here to the source options with the name key. So same method name we are passing it over here. So in the job, when you run it, whatever the test method name will be visible. Okay, whatever the test method name that you are passing, it will be visible over there. So let's run it and let's see it is working or not. So let's run it again. Okay, and I'll go to my SauceLabs dashboard, go to test results once again. Can you see that check inventory item test running on Mac with Chrome 85, check inventory item test running on Windows 10 80. So whatever the platform that you are passing, it's showing over here. It means it's running on that particular machine. And first it is executing inventory item test. So you can see the test name over here. Earlier that we were executing, that was an unnamed job. So we were not able to identify that, okay, hey, what is the job name over here? So this is a really good configuration that you can pass it programmatically from your script, and then you can see it over here. And now you can see that, okay, add to cart button test running on Mac machine and running on Windows machine. On Windows, we have configured, okay, I want Firefox. On Mac, I want Chrome 85. So likewise, you can create multiple pairs in your XML file, and you can decide accordingly. You can pass accordingly. You can write your logic accordingly, and you can see that now the results are absolutely working fine. On Chrome, you can see that on Chrome, 2 test cases are working. On Firefox, 2 test cases are absolutely working fine. Right, guys? So this is what we can do with respect to SauceLabs. Okay, later on, if you really want to integrate with Jenkins, that also you can do that. You just need to trigger the same build from the Jenkins and it will be executed on the SauceLabs cloud. So the purpose of the SauceLabs, as I told you, that we are running our test cases on the SauceLabs, not in the browser, not in the, sorry, in the local browser, right? Running on there. And how exactly they are maintaining their VMs or containers or whatever, it's their problem. We don't need to take the headache of this. And there are multiple configurations are available. You can go to this platform configurator and you can take all these platform name, browser version, source options. You can pass 73 browser. So browser version also, see right now I'm passing what? in my test, if you see the browser version I'm passing, take always latest version. So you can pass the browser version also from the TestNG.xml file that, okay, hey, what is which browser version? Firefox, and Firefox version with platform also you can pass. And the same thing you have to pick it over here in the form of parameter and pass the same instead of latest. You have to pass 73, 74, which is coming from the XML file that you can do that. Okay, so this also you can simply do that. If you really want to, let me show you that also if you are getting confused. So browser version. So I simply write, let's see what is the version that you are passing. So version, let's see for Firefox, let me quickly check that what are the different options we have. Let's see for Firefox 78 version I want to use. So 78.0 that you have to pass, guys. So 78.0 on Windows 10 I want to do that. And for Google Chrome, okay, sorry, this is the Firefox 78. Okay, yeah, this is good. And then I'll be using one PC. PC is, let's see, Windows 10. What is the browser that I want to use? So browser, let's say I want to use 79 for Firefox. So 79.0 for Firefox. Let me write it like this, 79.0. And for Mac machine, I'll be using Mac this. Which browser? Chrome browser, let's see, I'll be using Chrome 73.0. Okay. So I'll be using, let's see, with the version 73.0. So this is the configuration that I want to use, and the same version that we have to pick it over here. Platform version, and the version we have to, as a holding parameter also we have to use that version name, right? And the same version name that we have to write it over here instead of latest. Okay, because you can see the same browser version, they are also showing the same browser version over here. So instead of doing the hard-coded value, we can directly pick from the XML file. Now let's see it is working or not. Okay, so we will go to the SauceLabs test results. You can see test got started, and now see the configuration. Check inventory item test running on Mac machine 73 Chrome. Perfect. Windows 79 Firefox. So this is the configuration that we have done, and the execution is happening over here. If any test is getting failed, whatever the reason, it's saying session could not be created because we are using very old browser. So maybe it's saying that invalid capabilities with Chrome we are using it. Okay, it's showing invalid capabilities with Mac because 73 is very old. Right now Chrome 85 is running, right? So I can do one thing that let me terminate this. We will pass something latest because 73 is very old for Mac. So I would say, let's see, with 85.0 and Firefox 79.0. Let's see. Let's refresh this page and let's see it again. Yeah, now you can see that Mac 85 it got picked. Okay, and you can monitor the results. But anyways, so whatever the result will be there, that is a different thing. Either it will be passed or failed, but we can see that tests are getting executed. The browsers are getting launched on SauceLabs. So this is what I really wanted to cover. In the next video, I'll tell you that, okay, same exact thing you have to do with the browser stack and the Lambda test. Here and there, some capabilities and the private key and the host, the IP address and the port number that we are passing will be different. Right now, we are passing like on-demand saucelabs.com. In case of browser stack, it will be browserstack.com. Now see, on the latest version, everything is working fine. And you can see the results over here. You can watch the video, you can share this particular dashboard with your team members and everything, you can see that. Perfect. So that's all for this particular video, guys. I know this is a slightly long video, but I really wanted to show you how exactly we can execute on SauceLabs. Thanks for watching Naveen Automation Labs. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this particular video with others, with your colleagues and friends. And if you really want to use the capability of SauceLabs, please feel free to do that. I'll be uploading this particular entire project, the Selenium Cloud project, on my Git repository, and you will get the Git repository URL in the description. You can check it over there, and you can clone the repository. And please try. Let me know if you have any issues. Thank you.